another trick, though.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out that last one, though.
Well, Banachek has another spooky one up his sleeve. Mike Davis has more with Banachek.
I don't know what I'm looking at, Banachek. Is that a voodoo doll? What is that?
It is a voodoo doll, and I'm going to give you this to look at just for 1 second.
Guys, we're back here at the Strat, Sky Pod, world's greatest mentalist, Banachek, Mind Games here, live at the Strat Theater. Banachek, I'm still recovering from our last trick that we did in honor of Halloween. I'm worried about this one.
Well, this one's going to be a little more scarier, all right?
Okay.
Do you know what these are?
No.
They're cigarette papers.
Oh, see?
Is what they are. Now, the first time I saw this, it was actually being taken out the arm of a voodoo doll. It was in New Orleans. And I asked the lady, she said to me it has healing powers. I said, what do you mean, like acupuncture? She said, no, acupuncture, you hit the nerve centers of the body. This has its own power. I said, well, can you show me? She said that she could show me. And this is what she used. She took a cigarette paper.
Well, see, Mom and Dad, I didn't even know that was cigarette papers because I'm such a good child.
And she tore it in half like this.
Okay.
And then she took that, and she tore it up again. And then she took that and she rolled it up into a little tiny ball, just like this. Oops, we need that.
And this was in New Orleans?
This was in New Orleans.
Okay.
She took the needle, and she pierced it right through the center like this. Now, she had all these candles sitting around. I don't have a candle, but I do have a lighter. Okay. Would you hold your hand out like that? She said, we need to use the energy of the flame to get the healing started.
Oh,
so
no.
she held it over the candle.
Oh, no.
And that piece of paper, you dropped it, but pick that up for me. That piece of paper, because of the healing power of the needle, and because of the energy of the flame, became one whole piece.
What?
All over again. But that wasn't the weird part, Mike. The weird part came next. On that piece of paper, I need you to draw a human hand. Now, this is Mackenzie. Mackenzie just happens to be up here at 108 walking around. Yes. I don't know you, do I, Mackenzie? Somebody else brought you over?
Yes.
Okay, so draw a human hand on there, if you will, for me.
Okay, human hand.
Right, yeah. Right. And make it as big as you possibly can, okay? Okay. Mackenzie, I need you to hold your hands up like that, if you will, for me. Yeah, like that. All right. And what are your initials? M-E. Put an M-E in the center. Good.
Okay.
All right. So, Mackenzie, what I need you to do is I need you to go ahead.
Any art competitions anytime soon, anybody at home. Okay.
So, Mackenzie, I need you to close one of your hands. Okay? Put the other hand down. We won't need it. Whatever you do, do not let me in that hand. That's the hand you've selected to close. You've thrown a hand, you've placed her initials on it. There are many people that believe if you make an effigy of somebody, as you do to that effigy, so happens to that person. Mackenzie, I believe this to be your hand. If that's true, then in Hollywood you see people writhing in pain. That's not what happens. What happens is a person starts to bleed, and they bleed very slowly. Sometimes 3 months, a year, they bleed to death. You can't stop it. There's only one way. That's by using a needle like this, blessed by a Haitian priestess. Say
that one more time? I just want to make sure I'm hearing this right.
You are. They bleed, and they bleed to death. But there's one way to stop it, Mike, by using a needle like this, blessed by a Haitian priestess. When you remove it, the healing starts, and the bleeding stops. Now, I have a very good imagination. Put your hand out even further. Keep in mind, that's the hand you decided to choose, correct? Yes. I have not touched your hand. So do me a favor, open your hand slowly like this.
Mackenzie, I didn't do this. This is all him.
Turn your hand over very slowly.
Oh, my, no way.
Why are you hiding behind me?
I'm scared. Oh, my Lord. Do we have a Haitian princess in here? What?
So,
what?
Mackenzie, you should stop bleeding.
Mackenzie.
Well, you should stop.
Were you bleeding before?
No.
What are you feeling? What's going on in your head?
I have nothing to say. I have no idea what the... It's on my fingers, too.
Oh, that's because you had your hands closed on it.
What is going on, Banachek?
Trick or treat.
Oh, it was, yeah.
I'd be too afraid to give him candy if he came to my